Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the AFLW Fantasy Double Game Week sort of explainer video, plus also my thoughts on strategy around players and trying to get the best out of the double game week, as it is going to be crucial. I believe that it will decide the season for the women's who wins it, the car, probably also hats as well. Especially probably the captaincy is going to be the main decider. But let's just jump into the video here. As you see here, this is the general thing I've put up here. I've had this for through at least 3 or 4 weeks now. I would expect probably even more. So the first double comes in round 4 with Brisbane, Collingwood, West Coast and Western Bulldogs playing in that. Then in round 5, you've got the next 4 teams in Carlton, who is that? North, Port and Richmond. And then in round 6, you've got 6 teams just to get the 18 teams in there. And you've got Essendon down to Gold Coast. You've also got Hawthorn and you've got Sydney in the round 6. And then to round it off in round 7, you have the Ebony Marinoff captaincy round for Adelaide, GWS, Melbourne and St Kilda. So you'll also see here that I've sort of done this scoring multiplier out here just to sort of give you a guide on especially picking players with the later buy round. Double game round. And how that will impact their effective average. You've also got this price calculator here, just doing that exact same thing. So if you have, say, Ella Roberts, who maybe, let's just say, averages 90, to beat her, you've got to get a girl that's averaging about 113, give or take. So, do I think that there is value in Ella Roberts? I would have said if she was a midfielder, as in she is playing midfield 100% in that Daisy Pearce midfield for West Coast, then I would say 100% that she would be 40% owned. But there is just some indecision there, I think, and sort of we don't know exactly what her role is going to be. She didn't play it exactly in the trial game, so I'm just leaning towards fading her because of that, even though this effective average is going to be the biggest percentage increase that you'll get out of anyone. So my original plan was to load up on like Aarons, Georgia Stathis and other girls because they were huge. But I think also you've got to realize that there is going to be value there in having the early doubles like Lutkins and stuff like that, because she looks to be someone that will have within the realms of possibility the same amount of value as as someone that has a double later on, like trying to think of who do other people have, like a Watson potentially, who has this last double, will probably be just as valuable as Lutkins, or am I saying it right? Let me just check here. Lutkins and Watson probably have the same amount of value because Lutkins, say she averages 53, Watson's going to average 66 to catch her in that first 4 rounds. And that's sort of my thinking around that with Lutkins, is that in the first 4 rounds, she should still be doing really well. And she will be one of the better defender scorers because she'll have that effective double game week if she does play all 5 games, where she will average, because 5 times 53 is, 265. 265 divided by 4 is the 66.25, and that's how you get that multiplier in effect. So I think that she will probably outscore Serene Watson, and yes, it does mean that she probably won't, given the break evens. I don't think she will necessarily jump as much as Serene Watson because of how she can, the higher player will get their break even down quicker. But I think that she'll total score will outscore her, and then you can move her on with a trade. So I think that's the value that comes in this round 4, is the mid prices and rookies. And I think this is something that Jaden was talking about last night from memory in their sort of one of their last reviews with Bales and Mitch, about these sort of mid prices and these rookies on this early game week, is that they will get that double movement. and be really and be ahead of the pack in terms of value gained or price rises, I should say. And that's where they'll get the value out of these. So I'm just wondering, and this is something I've been wondering about this whole preseason, is at what point, and this is something that I think happened with the men's as well, almost with the opening round, and I think it's almost the same applied thing, is it going to be valuable, especially because of the split of where these really, really valuable, really, really high scoring players were in the past, like Marinoff, Gardner, Rowbottom, etc. You'll see most of them are on here, except for Gardner and Riddell. Basically, except for Gardner and Riddell, there is no, and Conti, sorry. Gardner, Riddell, and Conti. There is basically no primo mids that I really actually like, and you'll see it in, if I go to Stat Center. I should probably do it this way, so not to give away my team currently. But if we go to, who was the first one? Brisbane. If we go to position, we'll go mids. We'll go Brisbane. You'll see that their average 98 then 74. That's a 30 point gap to Marinoff. Then you go to Collingwood's the next one, 89 83. Not really any value there. Then you go down to West Coast Eagles. The highest was Swanson. She's also one that could, but still 92. That's still a 36 point gap. And then you've got and then Ella Roberts 83. And then you've got Blackburn at 100, probably the most valuable player in the first first 4 rounds. And she is one that I've considered a little bit if I do go down to a rookie to grab her at that F5 slot, like I was talking about in the previous video that went up today. And then you've got in round 5, you've got Carlton, I believe. Let me just double check that. You've got Carlton here. So Carlton don't really have any midfielders. Then you've got, is it North Melbourne? Oh, the next one, North Melbourne. North Melbourne have Jazzy Gardner at 127. Then they've got Ash Riddell at 116, which are both pretty good. And then they've got Bruton, and King at 92 and 93, who probably won't be as valuable, I don't think. And then you've got Port, who have Dowrick, who's a test to play anyway. So I don't know if she'll play. Lamb could be interesting at a new side, I believe. And then you've got Richmond, who have Conti at 106. So I just don't see there being many players in the first couple of rounds that, and I just want to double check in general, midfielders. You've got in the later rounds, Gardner, Rowbottom, Bowers won't be there. Hatchard, it's actually not as stark as what I thought it was. But you've got a lot of girls also in that 90 to 98 to 99 range. You've got, Bates at 93, doesn't really matter. Prespakis, Parker, Whitford, Prespakis, Hatchard, Rowbottom, Gardner, and obviously Marinoff. But you've got sort of outside of Marinoff, you've got 7 girls on in that last sort of 6 and 7, rather than 3 or 4 that are really valuable in Gardner, Riddell, and Conti and Blackburn are basically the only value ones, and Ali Anderson, I guess. But then you start to be able to go a little bit lower. So yeah, I just think a little bit more split into basically you want to go for the top of the line ones in Gardner and Riddell in that opening couple of double game weeks, or you want to go basically to mid prices or rookies. So that's sort of been my discussion. Realistically, has been, do you want to go for take for instance a Garner? If she goes 127, there ain't no way someone's getting her in the first. She won't be 127 here. She'll be 127 here. But still, there won't be no way that Marinoff catches her at 152 effective average. That ain't happening. So yeah, that ain't happening. Riddell's even 116. Same thought process applies. No one's catching her. So that's why Ali Anderson, I think, could be valuable. But then you start to get to the point of having to trade Ali Anderson to, I think, generate her true value, which will be getting 12 games out of that position in that double game week. So if you have Ali Anderson M4, are you able to upgrade your side still, as well as getting that basically getting that effective average will be to trade that Ellie Anderson at 100 or Ellie Blackburn at 100. Say they do that, average 100. Then you'd have to trade her probably, I would suspect, to a Hatchard. But then again, Hatchard I want to get, or Hatchard or Goldsworthy or someone like that. I want to get in round 7 off of the Goody and Window. I want to get them off of her or a Breed when they're fully maxed out. And that's when I want to get them, especially off their double. Where's Hawthorn's double? I don't see a Hawthorn in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is Hawthorn? Have I just missed them? Oh, there they are. I was literally looking straight at them. So Breed, yeah, so you've got Breed, Window, and also Goody, all in that double round. They'll probably be maxed out by then at around probably 800, 900k, I would suspect. You can get all 3 of them, possibly, if one of them goes off. You could get all 3 of them to, if you have enough cash, to 2 primos. So I just don't know if there's going to be value in swapping it or whatnot with Blackburn potentially. Maybe you could go Blackburn to maybe a Garner or a Riddell then, but I just don't know if there's value there with that. So that's why I'm probably going more the mid-pricer and trying to get value out of that midfield. And I can readjust pretty accordingly with players, other players, to get that midfielder up if they do fail in round 1. But yeah, I'm just not certain about the Blackburn play, just because I think it will just stuff up the upgrade cadence around the ground, especially because if you do have that 4th midfielder as a primo, especially an early one, then you're going to have to have other areas of your side pretty low. Like if we went back to the team structure, if you were to do this, I'm pretty sure it's going to take, especially a Blackburn, it's going to take this, but it might also take something like this and then that as well. It might take that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1 here. It may take that because of the price gap of that. So I just don't know whether that is valuable there. If you still have, you want to upgrade all these 3, that one, and then these, you might take that one the whole way through, and then you still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls to upgrade potentially. If these ones, so you basically need 2 or 3 of these F3 to 5 or D2 to sort of D2, D3 to become top of the line ones. And I just think that might be a little bit too much just to get that extra value here, which you then have to also trade on. So it just becomes a mass trade-off, I think, if you were to go down that route, but I haven't exactly worked it out. And then, so yeah, that's sort of talking about the double game weeks. And then with the popular rookies, a lot of them fall in this this bracket here, this round 6. So you got Port Adelaide. So round 5, round 6. So you got Port Adelaide and Goody. You got Window. You've got Breed in here as well. Where is she? She'd be Hawthorn. Then you got Carlton's Dersma. Power goes round. Let's actually just go through and look at these all positions. This will make it a lot easier. All clubs, all prices. Let's go 300 to 399k. Then we'll go by selected by. So you got Goody. She's round 5. Porga. She's round 7. Pierce, who might not even play. She's round 6 anyway. There is a possibility that I do go a red dot there if Pierce is named as sort of a secondary ruck. If they go for someone else on top of and use her as secondary, as I don't think she'll gain much value, and I think there'll be value like some of the other content creators were saying in getting that double shot at that captaincy. BT as well, someone not currently on my side, but she as well has that round 5. She could be value over the likes of a Geelong one, Geelong player like a McDonald, just because she plays that earlier ones, and it might also save me enough cash to be able to get that better primo in, which could actually work. So I just need to double check that. Tripodi, she plays in round 5 as well, so that's another early one. Window in round 5. Lutkins round 4, Breed round 6, Finn round 5. That's a Carlton? Yeah, that's Carlton. McDonald round 6, O'Dowd round 7, but I don't know if she'll play. Brilton, don't know if she'll play honestly, but that's around 6. Did we say? Yeah, 6. Butler, I think she's out for 2 to 4 weeks, I believe. So she might come back in for her double, which could actually be valuable as just a cash generation tool. She could be valuable if she comes back directly on the double, but I don't know whether they play her in 2 games in a week if she's just coming back. And then King, she plays in round 6. So there's, she's one of the later ones. McKee, round 4. And that's basically it for that. So that's basically it for this video. A little bit of another jumble video here with regards to the double game week. Just sort of going through my thoughts and feelings, especially with regards to mid-prices and rookies. I think they will be crucial. Getting the earlier rookies could be crucial, especially if the difference in average is only 2, 3, 4 points. Because if they have the earlier round, if I just go here and put it into the price calculator quickly, a 55 average, not unattainable for some of these sort of defenders, or even just a 50 average for some of these defenders or forwards, means that, especially in the round 5, because a lot of them are like Carlton, North, Port Adelaide, Richmond, they do have some rookies. That means that later girls that have it in 6 and 7, they're double in 6 and 7, have to average 60 just to get over the top of them if you were to trade them out immediately. So, I just think that they will probably have more value, those earlier rookies, and then you can sort of get that double cash generation and then jump out of them, because I think they'll be more valuable. But anyway, that is the video there. If you did enjoy it, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when future content comes up, especially with my team reveal. I'll probably do it Thursday, my last team reveal, tomorrow, and then you'll have my tips probably come out on Friday, even though that'll probably be recorded on a Thursday. But anyway, I'll see you guys. Probably is recorded on a Friday, to be honest, just so I know the teams a little bit more. But anyway, that's the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.